Hi everyone, snack-related mishap here. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. Just got home from work a couple hours ago, and so you'll have to excuse me still dressed in my work garb. But anyway, I was nominated by Gabadevil12 to do the Scott Dunlap 5 Best Cars Challenge. Both of them super cool guys, and happy to be a part of this challenge. It's, you know, I love this community, and I'm always happy to be obliged to do these kind of things. Really, I'm even honored that I have been nominated for this kind of stuff, because I know my channel's not much, and I don't update much lately, and my collection isn't necessarily that impressive, but you know, I'm just happy to be a part of it. And so anyway, for those of you who don't know, and who may have just stumbled upon this video because you are checking out all these challenge videos, if you're not aware, my wife passed away 6 months ago, and I'm going to try not to make this video about that because I talk about that too much anyway in my videos. And, you know, I'm not trying to be Captain Bring Down and stuff. So, but anyway, I'll just say, if you'd have asked me 6 months ago what this list was, it would have been totally different. And I struck up a conversation with Scott after I saw his initial challenge video in his comment section about how it's funny how little nothing cars that like could just be some stupid $1 mainline that nobody cares about can like become something that really holds a lot of meaning to you just emotionally. So, you know, like I said, if you've asked me 6 months ago what this list would be, it would have been something totally different from what it is now. But so anyway, and also, I don't know, I don't have any of my childhood cars in hand. I know they're somewhere. They're in my sister's attic, probably somewhere. She's on alert to keep an eye out for them, but I don't have them in hand. If I had those here, this list would be different too. But anyway, in no particular order, because I need to get on with this, let's do this. This one, for those of you who don't know, I am a Cincinnati Bengals fan, and Jessica picked this one up for me at a local flea market called Saturday's Market that's in Middletown, Pennsylvania. And it's you know, it's a really cool piece. I know she spent a couple bucks on it, and we were at the flea market together, and she picked it out for me without me even knowing about it, and handed it to me in the car. And so anyway, that's one of them. This is the only Lucy I'm going to show you. This is like particularly one that I was thinking about when I mentioned before. This is the first car that Jessica ever got me. It's a Jet Threat 4.0 from a couple of years ago. This is the car that got all this started again for us. So, you know, I collected when I was a kid, but I, you know, only really started again in the last year or so. So this Jet Threat, which I just knocked a wing off of, is probably, it's definitely one of the top ones in my collection, even though it's a car that, like, it's nothing special, you know, just a little car. But first car she ever got for me, and what started this whole rampage that we were on. Here I will go with, this is my signed Ken block, which I know you've seen in another video, one of my early videos if you watched it. But my friends and I go to a rally race every year in Wellsboro, Pennsylvania. Actually, it's coming up in a couple weeks. We spend a weekend camping and stuff. I took this up the one year. Ken Block was there racing a car. Got to meet and talk with him. I've met and talked with a few guys, Dave Mira, Travis Pastrana, you know, a lot of cool guys. And man, you know, got this signed, and that's definitely near the top of my collection. This one here is one of the, this is the first super treasure hunt that, well, that Jessica ever found for me. I own 3 Super Treasure Hunts. One of them I got in an eBay lot from a guy who didn't know what he was selling. And the other 2 I got from, yeah, Jessica found them. This one she found at Dollar General, which is her dad's store. And we were there looking through a box together. She picked it out, and she was so proud of herself. I didn't think it was anything special at first. This is the first Super I'd ever seen. Didn't think it was anything special at first, and she was like, she was like, "Oh, this one looks weird," and I was just kind of like, "Yeah, because she had we had just been looking at the Twin Mill 3, I think, so I figured she was just like, oh, it's not a Twin Mill 3, but because it's the Twin Mill, regular Twin Mill, and yeah, so I kind of passed over it, and like she made me take a second look at it, and like she never let me live that down, man. So there's that one, and then this one has to be number 1, absolute number 1 in my collection. My Super Treasure Hunt Datsun. It is a Super Treasure Hunt that I really wanted. We found it at K-Day. Jessica found it in a case for me at K-Day, and she was so proud of herself. She knew that I was looking for it, and she knew I was looking for it. Super proud of herself, and it's one I started getting trade offers on it. I posted it on Instagram, and I started getting trade offers on it immediately, and I kind of like tossed it at her, and I was like, guys are offering me trades for this thing, and she was like, I remember distinctly, she said, I think you should keep it. So it's one that I'll never get rid of, and like Scott Dunlap said in his video, if there's a fire in my apartment and I can only save one thing, this is it. So anyway, and now on to the rest of my collection. We're supposed to talk about what the rest of our collection is like. I have never counted my cars. I've only been collecting really heavily again for the last year and a half, something like that. Most of it was with the help of Jessica. I was out of it for 4 months or something like that, and just kind of started picking stuff back up again. These are all my recent acquisitions. That's kind of my holding location for later until I find a box to put them in. Yeah, so I've never counted. It's probably something in the ballpark of like 1,000, 1,200 cars. Most of them are not anything special main lines. But anyway, and since I'm giving you a tour of my apartment, I might as well let you check out all of my, a couple of my other collections too. I'm into retro video games, and among other things. So I hope you guys enjoy this quick tour of my apartment. Okay, so inside my office right here, this is mostly the stuff that I've picked up recently. I hang them on these clip strips that I've had for a while. And, I got this cool Zamac, which is sort of on a beat up card, so I'm probably going to open it. And, a bunch of stuff. Behind it is a couple things also. I got that cool Nitro Circus Monster Jam truck, and then I don't know if you can see it, but that's a Jones Soda case that has the Jones Soda van in it. Up there's a little bit of my pint glass collection, among other things. That whole stack of stuff right there is pretty much all Hot Wheels, not the pink totes. That's Jessica's stuff that I haven't gone through yet. Over here is like sort of my favorites, and you've already seen a couple of those in this video. So then over here on top of my desk, we've got some cars with a couple customs mixed in. That Datsun there was a wheel swap. That guy was a wheel swap. This one was that one actually probably was my first real custom. No, it's not really lit particularly well in here for filming. Then I got a bunch of fig rigs and like the Let's Go's and stuff that I like to put Lego guys in, but Sneakers likes to knock them off the shelf, which is part of the reason why those boxes are right there. And I haven't gotten around to refixing them. That's a cool M2 auto lift that I got. Those two cars on top I bought like 2 days after Jessica died because I thought for some reason it felt like I should. Here in the corner we got a whole container, couple containers that were centerpieces at the wedding, full of stuff. My Super Nintendo, my desk is a total wreck. Up here we got some rally cars and airplanes and stuff that really need to be dusted off. And I also kind of collect like original magazine ads for cars that I've owned. Over here it might be hard to see, this is like my Super Nintendo collection, and then down there on the bottom is Sega Genesis stuff. Those ones on top are ones that I haven't gotten around to sorting out yet. And yeah, part of my video game collection. Here in the kitchen is my Volkswagen shelf. I know that one's not a Volkswagen, but I don't really have anywhere else to put it. A small portion of my pint glass collection. I dig microbrews and stuff like that. Up here, and it might be a little dark to see, but these are cars that that have significance to me, like emotional significance to me because of Jessica. So this is one that we got at a K-Day. That is the last car that she got me. That's another one of the last cars that she got me, which was in a downhill race pack. That Myers Manx we got on our honeymoon. That one we got at a K-Day. The Jet Threat is the first car she ever got me, which you've already seen in this video. And then that guy over there was Jessica's favorite car, which is a Matchbox casting. And then over here, got a bunch of my musical instruments, guitars. I got a djembe hidden in there. I got a bass. Those are Jessica's flutes in the back corner. There's an Irish tin whistle. Djembe, I don't know if I just said that. Oh, that weird clay drum there with the hole in it, that's called an udu. Up there's my motorcycle helmet that was painted by a buddy of mine. There is a cool VW microbus that Jessica got me for my birthday a few years back. These things on my couch, I have been meaning to hang on the wall and display some Hot Wheels cars so that I can get some of this stuff in order. That is a bunch of PlayStation games I haven't gone through yet, PS2. This is a box of cars that my friend was going to throw out and he gave to me. This is a box of cars that my sister gave me for Christmas. A friend of hers was going to get rid of. There's a sneak peek. I have no idea what's in it. I haven't gone through it. I'd like to start going through it and like do videos about it. This is my horrible couch. If there's a lesson that I've learned from this, it is do not pick up a faux leather couch on the side of the road. Up here is pretty much all of my pop culture cars. And then if we go over here to the hallway, over here are a couple treasure hunts. There's another one that Jessica and I got at K-Day, that one too. There's a Homer, personal favorite of mine. There's some CDs and stuff. Here's my Magnavox Odyssey 2, bunch of records, Hot Wheels, Carmen Gias. I'm always on the lookout for more of these. If anyone is looking to dump some, I'll totally take them. A couple record displays that I have on the wall. These are a couple of the Atari cars, all the ones that I own. I've got PS2. This is a ColecoVision, and this is an attachment to play Atari 2600 games on your ColecoVision. They got sued over this. They're not really worth much, but still a cool thing to have because I don't have an Atari anymore. Here is GameCube, a bunch of Atari and ColecoVision games, a couple more Hot Wheels cars, and my GameCube games. Got a Sega Genesis, PS3. This here is a TurboGrafx 16. It's a bunch of records. Virtual Boy that belongs to my boss. I was testing it out for him. I got an Atari Lynx, which is broken. There's a Sega Game Gear back there. Those are... that's a Tiger Gamecom there in the corner. PlayStation 1 games, TurboGrafx 16 games. And lastly, these are my Simpsons DVDs. I have a bunch of them. And this is all PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and then the rest of this is PS2 also. And this is my TV. Some weird sodas up here. Jones Soda is what got me started on that. I have a ton of Jones Soda, like old holiday packs. Up there we got Duff and Real Tree and Relax Drank. Soda Shack still got an original bottle. Orbit's up there. Check it out. Still suspended after all these years. So thanks everybody for checking out my collections. I figured I would include video games and other stuff too, because I know that there's a couple guys out there who are interested in that kind of stuff. Shout outs to Shad Juice and Retrograde Customs, who I have on Instagram. They don't do a lot of YouTube videos about video game related stuff, but you know, they're on Instagram and they post some stuff like that once in a while, so they might want to see it, and I'm sure maybe some other people want to see it too. Because I enjoy it. I'm sure other people do too. If anybody's in my area and wants to play some Super Nintendo games or something, hey, let me know, because I'm totally down for that. But anyway, last but not least, I also apologize that my apartment's kind of a wreck, because it's been, I've been working on cleaning it. And I always seem to make more of a mess when I'm cleaning than actually clean. But anyway, finally, last but not least, I need to nominate 5 other people for this challenge. I just mentioned Shad Juice. I am not sure if I think he's been nominated already, but I'm not positive. So I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna put 6 out there because I feel like he's been nominated already. Mr. Ellie Diecast, I don't think you've been nominated yet, and I want to see your 5 favorites, and also I think it would be cool to see Andrew's 5 favorites also. Andrew's a cool kid, and you know, since he is a part of your races and all that kind of stuff, I'd like to see some his 5 picks, because you know, the opinions of a child, I'm sure, differ very greatly from those of us older collectors. In that same kind of vein, not necessarily a child, Faster the Dragster, I would like to see both Cliff and Dana Flame's favorite 5 cars. That would be pretty sweet. Marty France, I don't think he's been nominated yet. He is doing this downhill race that I sent cars in for, and I'm waiting. We're all waiting with bated breath to see that competition. Should be fun. Drake Blackwolf, I haven't heard anything from him in a while. I don't think he's uploaded in a couple months, but I know he's on Instagram. I've seen him poking around there. Would love to see his top 5 favorites. And another guy who I feel like maybe have been nominated, but I'm not sure. PBAJ 1972, aka PJ. That dude has a crazy awesome collection, and I would love to see what his top 5 cars are, because he has a lot of cool stuff. So anyway, thanks very much to Gabadevil for nominating me for this competition. Thanks very much to Scott Dunlap for creating the challenge, for creating the challenge. And finally, thanks very much to all of you for watching my video. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you again later. More videos to follow as time allows. All right, have a good one. Bye.